December 4th, 2008, 5:30 in the afternoon. Avenue Montaigne is already dressed for Christmas. The chandeliers of the Plaza Athénée blaze through the winter dark. Shoppers drift past windows full of couture and diamonds. At the door of 163 Avenue Montaigne, three figures pause. They wear long blonde wigs, knee-length skirts, and high heels. They carry handbags. A fourth person, dressed the same way, waits close behind. To anyone passing, they look like shoppers. The door opens, they step inside. For 2 seconds, the floor is still normal. Climate control, the soft glow of display cases, millions of dollars arranged behind glass. Then the wigs stay on, and the guns come out. In under 18 minutes, the Harry Winston boutique is stripped bare. No alarm triggered in time. An estimated $108 million in jewelry simply gone. Who were these four people? And how did they know the names of every employee, the location of every hidden safe, and exactly what time the most valuable stone in the building had arrived? Chapter 1. The Painters, October 2007. A morning in the 8th arrondissement. The streets around Avenue Montaigne hum with the quiet efficiency of a district that has always taken its own wealth for granted. Scaffolding wraps the facades of renovated hotels. Painters in white overalls move between vans and service doors. Nobody looks twice. Four men arrive at the service entrance of 163 Avenue Montaigne at approximately 10 a.m. White overalls. The unhurried confidence of people who belong exactly where they are. In a neighborhood under constant aesthetic renovation, this is the most effective camouflage imaginable. It is also not an accident. Once inside, they move fast. Handguns appear. The store manager is separated from the other staff and ordered to deactivate the alarm systems and open the primary safes. The thieves know where to look. Not the display cases facing the windows, the back stock, the unreleased inventory, the pieces set aside for private clients. In roughly 30 minutes, they walk out with an estimated $37 million, 360 pieces of jewelry, 120 luxury watches. Then they are gone. No suspects, no forensic trail, no leads. The press describes it as a catastrophic security failure, a one-off. In the hierarchy of Parisian crimes, a $37 million heist gets 3 days of coverage before the story moves on. But this is not a one-off. This is a rehearsal. The thieves did not guess where the hidden stock was stored. They did not stumble onto the manager's unlock codes by accident. They arrived with the internal geography of a building they had supposedly never entered, already memorized. That kind of knowledge does not come from the outside. It comes from someone who goes to work there every day. The question no one thinks to ask yet is this: who inside those walls gave them the key? And why, 14 months later, would the same network walk back through that door and take everything that remained? Chapter 2. The Inside Door. Mouloud Djennad is 39 years old. He works as a security guard at Harry Winston on Avenue Montaigne. His job is to protect a boutique that holds, on any given Tuesday, more wealth than most people encounter in a lifetime. His salary does not reflect this. His access does. Djennad knows the layout of every room. He knows the names of every member of staff, the routines of the managers, the schedule of shipments, and the location of stock that never appears on the shop floor. He knows, crucially, when something especially valuable is about to arrive. Investigators would later conclude that Djennad allegedly provided the gang with the access codes used to reach the service areas before the October 2007 robbery. He may have let members of the cell in the previous evening to walk the space without observation. On the morning of the heist, he was reportedly absent, a detail that initially raised no suspicion. It is the December 2008 footage that becomes the case against him. Security cameras capture Djennad moving freely around the boutique while the robbery is in progress, not pressed against a wall, not reaching for an alarm trigger, moving calmly as though the four armed figures around him are simply colleagues going about their work. This is the part that sounds like fiction. A man employed to prevent exactly this event, walking through it as a witness with no particular urgency. If you have ever watched an institution fail to question the person closest to a disaster, you understand how this kind of arrangement survives. The trust placed in a guard becomes the exact mechanism of the theft. Djennad's alleged contact outside the store was a 50-year-old career criminal from Seine-Saint-Denis, the northern suburb belt that runs along the edge of Paris. His name was Douadi Yahayaoui, known in the criminal milieu as Doudou, not a man who carried guns into boutiques, a man who studied floor plans, memorized delivery schedules, and managed the logistics of an operation worth more than $100 million. What exactly did Yahayaoui do with the intelligence Djennad fed him over 14 months? And how does a criminal network plan a robbery of this scale from a suburb 12 kilometers from the target without the city's surveillance apparatus noticing a thing? Chapter 3. 18 minutes. By early December 2008, the plan is complete. The team has employee names. They have the home addresses of the senior managers. They know that a 31-carat diamond, reportedly valued at approximately $8 million, arrived at the boutique just 24 hours earlier. They know the display cases, the back safes, and the camera blind spots. They also have a theory about how threat detection works. The Golden Triangle, the tight circuit of Avenue Montaigne, Champs-Élysées, and Avenue Georges V, is one of the most monitored corridors in Europe. But it is a place that trains its security to respond to specific visual cues. Aggression, erratic movement, aesthetics that do not match the clientele. 3 tall figures in blonde wigs, skirts, and heels moving through the front entrance of a luxury boutique during the evening shopping rush do not trigger any of those reflexes. In high fashion, an oversized scarf and an elaborate wig are accessories, not red flags. December 4th, 5:30 p.m. The 4 enter through the main door. Guns and at least 1 grenade appear within seconds. 15 employees and several customers are herded into a corner. Some staff are reportedly struck. Then the robbers do something that the employees will remember long after the bruises fade. They address the staff by their first names. In some accounts, they recite the home addresses of the managers aloud, not as a threat delivered in the heat of the moment, as a demonstration, a proof that the power in this room has already been decided. Before anyone reached for a weapon, then they go to work. They move directly to the highest value-to-weight pieces, the 31-carat diamond, an emerald necklace estimated at $3.5 million. Rings, brooches, necklaces, watches, swept into bags with a speed that suggests not improvisation, but choreography. 18 minutes. 297 pieces of jewelry, 104 luxury watches. A total, once insurers complete their assessments, of somewhere between $102 million and $108 million. France's largest jewelry theft by an enormous margin at that time. The getaway is clean. No usable plates, no meaningful forensic trace left at the scene. Interpol begins pulling files. Paris prosecutors issue statements. Every journalist with a crime beat types the same 2 words, Pink Panthers. But is the attribution accurate? And if it is not, who exactly has just executed the impossible? Chapter 4. The Ghost of the Panthers. The Pink Panthers are not a gang in the conventional sense. They are a loose international network of jewel thieves, many of them veterans of the conflicts in the former Yugoslavia, organized into small autonomous cells with no traceable center. Interpol estimates they are responsible for roughly 380 robberies across 35 countries, with a total take believed to exceed 500 million. Their signature is boldness executed with military precision. A 2003 London heist where a stolen diamond was later recovered inside a jar of face cream. A detail lifted almost directly from a 1970s comedy film. A Dubai shopping mall breached by thieves in Audi A8s. A Cannes escape by speedboat. Each operation different. Each cell independent. Each link deliberately severed before investigators can pull on it. When 4 armed figures in drag robbed Harry Winston with surgical efficiency, speaking at moments in a language the staff could not immediately identify, the Pink Panther file landed on desks across Europe within hours. The profile fit, the scale fit, the speed fit, but the Brigade de Répression du Banditisme, the BRB, the French anti-gang unit, works a slower, quieter angle. They monitor phone data. They watch movements and habits over weeks. And what the BRB eventually hears, accumulated across months of surveillance, is not the cadence of the Balkans. It is the accent of the northern Paris banlieue, Seine-Saint-Denis, Pavillon-sous-Bois, locales. The conclusion investigators eventually reach is that the Harry Winston cell had absorbed the Pink Panthers' methodology. Fragmented structure, autonomous execution, no traceable hierarchy. But they had not imported it. They had built it from within the city itself. A foreign network can be intercepted at a border crossing. A local one dissolves back into the streets it came from the moment the heat begins. The mythology of the Panthers may have been deliberately cultivated by the gang as misdirection. Or it may have been a media reflex, journalists reaching for the most famous template and forcing the evidence into it. Either way, it cost the investigation months. How does a specialized police unit dismantle a cell with no documented leadership, no fixed address, and a 6-month head start on the forensics? And where, exactly, does $108 million in jewelry go once it clears the 8th arrondissement? Chapter 5. The Concrete Grave. June 2009. The BRB moves. A coordinated sweep across the Paris region results in 25 arrests. Suspects are pulled from apartments in Seine-Saint-Denis, connected by phone data, surveillance footage, and the gradual unraveling of the cell's communications. Some stolen items are recovered. The operation is declared a success. The story does not end there. In March 2011, 2 years after the initial sweep, investigators, following a lead from a suspect interrogation, travel to a residential address in Pavillon-sous-Bois, a suburb north of Paris, 15 kilometers from the Avenue Montaigne. They are looking at a house connected to one of the arrested men. In the garden, beneath a rainwater drain, they find something that does not belong. A plastic container set inside a mold of hardened cement, built to pass as a permanent fixture of the drain itself. They break it open. Inside, 19 rings and 3 sets of earrings. One pair of earrings alone is valued at 14 million euros. The total recovered from that single drain is estimated at $20 million to $25 million, buried less than a meter underground in a suburb no one was watching. It is an extraordinary find. Relative to the full haul, it is also a fraction. The BRB's working theory is that the bulk of the inventory, an estimated 50 million to 70 million worth, has already been converted. Stones recut to remove identifying characteristics. Settings melted. The resulting materials moved through black markets in Eastern Europe, where the provenance of a loose diamond is rarely the first question asked. A named piece from a Harry Winston display case becomes, after recutting, simply a stone. Untraceable, unsearchable. This is how something famous vanishes permanently, not by being hidden, by being transformed into something ordinary. Douadi Yahyaoui and Mouloud Djennad stand trial in Paris in February 2015, alongside 6 other men. Yahyaoui does not deny that he gathered intelligence from the guard and passed it to the cell, nor that he planned to store and sell the stolen goods. He denies direct participation in the robberies themselves. The court does not find this distinction especially meaningful. All 8 men are convicted. Yahyaoui receives 15 years. Djennad, the man who passed the codes, named the staff, and watched the robbery from the inside, receives 2 years. The missing jewels have never been recovered. They exist now only as insurance claims and inventory photographs. A 31-carat diamond, an emerald necklace, 297 pieces that left Avenue Montaigne in bags on a Thursday evening and have not been seen since. The next time a security guard at a luxury boutique is asked to open a safe, somewhere in the memory of that institution is the answer to a question that no one ever adequately answered. Is 2 years a fair sentence for a $108 million betrayal? And what does it say about deterrence, when the man who held the door received less time than it takes a stolen diamond to be recut? The missing millions of Harry Winston remain a ghost in the international gem trade, 17 years on. Scattered, unrecognizable, gone.